Bah! Ha ha ha, you see what I did there. Started like a sheep, but I wasn't. Anyways, welcome. My name is Daisy. I'm a cat that's dead, no longer here. I feel like I need to tell you that because there's always someone new who may be watching this video. Yeah, and if you can't see down in the script, if down here on the little right-hand side of the screen, this is Satire News. If you don't know what satire means, you have Google, you know how to use it. Anyways, let's talk about the headline here from NewsFab. A very important one indeed. So the NRA, that's for those who don't understand it, it means the National Rifle Association, urges the nation, that's the US just for reference, if you still haven't got it, to focus on all the fun things that have been shot since last mass shooting. Yes, of course, we need to find the fun side in holding a gun. The fun side in using the gun to shoot, I don't know, for example, cats like me. Yeah, cats like me. Or how about the deers that you shoot? You know, it was all right when you're shooting cans and maybe blowing up things in your back gardens, because we know Americans have giant gardens and massive forests because of how much land they have. But I digress anyways. But yes, the National Rifle Association needs to protect their guns. And they need to make sure they take every precaution necessary. So let's hear what Rick Smith has had to say about the NRA. So, the National Rifle Association has sought to defuse tensions surrounding the latest series of US shootings by asking everyone to focus instead on all the really fun things that have been shot since the last deadly massacre. Yes, of course, because it's not as if, you know, children have been shot dead by the use of guns. It's never the guns' fault. You can't blame the guns here, people. So with another 4 people dead following the mass shooting at a Mormon church in Michigan, and just off satire for a second, I absolutely and wholeheartedly condemn the killings of any and all people, and my deepest condolences with all lives that have been lost. Anyways, back to satire. There have been renewed calls to make it harder to own the sort of weapons that are killing innocent people on a daily basis across the United States. Yes, because people get shot all the time on a daily basis. However, the former NRA CEO Wayne LaPierre said we should not be too premature in condemning the assault weapons themselves. Exactly. They're just assault rifles. People need to understand that guns too have emotions and feelings. And if you cast them aside, they're just gonna cry out so many bullets that they're gonna run out of bullets. It would be terrible for them. Think about the feeling of your AK-47 or your AR-15. Or what about that giant sniper rifle you have in your back garden that if you fire it, it'll actually blow your house back because of how much shock it makes. Anyways, I'm going too far here. He told reporters gathered outside his favorite shooting range. Sure, we're looking at another series of high-profile public shootings in the last couple of weeks. Not to mention all the mass shootings in the last year or so. But if also look at all the fun that these weapons have provided over the same period. You're all just focusing on the negative elements here. There have been thousands of hunting trips, dead animals, pierced paper targets, loud noises, stage photos, and over carcasses, etc. that people would not have enjoyed if you had banned these guns. Exactly. I mean, think about all, like, just outside of America, think of all the wonderful children that hold AK-47s in, like, parts of Africa or in Haiti. They get to hold weapons and get to pose with them. Too far? Yes, I thought so. Are the lives of a few thousand American adults and children really worth the fleeing fun of a few thousand gun enthusiasts? Of course they're not. There are probably 200 more dead children a year away from that point. And if all those murdered Americans could still speak, I'm sure they would agree with me. Would you ban Michigan-starred restaurants if one of them gave you poisoning? Would you? In an effort to bring the fun back into fundamentally unsafe environmentalists, the NRA is promising a new Bring Your Rifle to Work campaign. Ooh, that sounds like fun. LaPierre explained, what we need is lots of people going about their day surrounded by armed people who really like assault weapons. Then you'll see I was right all along. Or at least you'll shut up about it. Well, you'll do one of the two, that is for sure, But anyways, guns have their place in American society. They are part of the Constitution. The right to bear arms is something that is fundamental in all Americans. Thank God I'm a dead cat. You know, I realize how many cats could be shot in America. But I digress. Anyways, what do you honestly think? Do you think the National Rights Association has any bearing whatsoever? Anyways, I hope you found this satire amusing in some way, shape, or form. And if not, well, you just click the like button anyway because I said so. Leave a comment down below as well so that I know if you've watched a video as well. My name is Daisy. This is Satire News. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all again very, very soon.